I'm Vanessa Rock, the girl on a bike. Welcome back, and in this video we're going to talk about how on earth I have ended up standing right here next to four wheels and how that fits with my two-wheel life. Okay, so there is naturally a story as to how I've got here in life, and I think it's really important to bear in mind that in life it's a massive journey. Sometimes things that are really unexpected happen and change the world as we know it. For me, getting hit by a car back in 2014 completely changed my life irreversibly. I now live and manage chronic pain. If you don't know about my story, check out my other video that gives you a little bit more of a background as to how and why I've got two reconstructed body parts. But on my journey, I kind of discovered motorcycles, let's just say that escalated, and I've now done some of the toughest off-road motorcycle races in the world. At this point, I've done 9 multi-day international races, including Red Bull Romaniacs, Rallye du Maroc, Morocco Desert Challenge, 1000 Dunas. And through that, I've learned a lot about braking, lines, traction, bivouacs, rallies, all that kind of stuff. And the story to how I've ended up next to a 2.3 ton special Bowler Defender rally car actually started in the bivouac. So I was in the bivouac. I love how this story starts. It was about 20 months ago, my first big international rally. This was Rallye du Maroc, so one of the qualifying rounds for the Dakar. So this is a big multi-day roadbook navigation event. And I was wandering around the bivouac looking at all the incredible motorbikes, the trucks, the cars, all the vehicles, and I started talking to this random guy, and we were just chatting about life, what he was up to, what I was up to, my background, the fact that it was my first big rally. I was definitely a rabbit in a headlight, and just having a really nice chat. And then suddenly a Bowler Wildcat drove past. Instantly I turned into, I don't know, a 4-year-old child at Christmas. Like, oh my god, it's a Bowler Wildcat! And I get really excited, like the sound of that V8 purring past, the poise of its design and look. I literally had Bowler Wildcat posters as a teenager, like covering my room as a kid. And so I just got really excited by this car. The poor guy, Dave, that I was talking to must have thought I was so rude, because I literally just checked out of the conversation and got excited by this car. Anyway, carried on, did the race, pretty tough, but a lot of fun. And I definitely can say that my addiction to the desert was well set at that point. Now fast forward to just before Christmas, and that was about 14 months later, I suppose. I get a phone call, unknown number. I'm like, hey, who is this? And it's Dave. Do you remember meeting me in the bivouac at Rallye du Maroc? And I'm just like, oh my goodness, yes, I was so rude. I remember meeting you. I kind of just completely checked out getting excited by that car, the Wildcat. And he was like, yeah. Turns out he's head of motorsports at Bowler. Anyway, he's called me up with the idea of, Vanessa, what do you reckon to doing a round of the UK Rally Series in one of the new Bowler Defenders? And at this point, I'm like, bite my arms off, yes. How can I say yes with more enthusiasm? And the next thing I know, I'm doing my bars test. You can check that story video out. I did it in a Subaru Impreza. And then I'm doing my training at Walters Arena. You can check that out as well. And before we know it, I'm now here at my 4th race in Big Boy, my Bowler. It's been a pretty incredible journey where the Bowler Customer Experience Program is all about taking anybody with any kind of background, no experience to full experience, and putting them into a regulated rally car where you can compete in the Defender Series on a level playing field. Now, for me being in this Defender here, this is Big Boy, I have the exact same vehicle as this one, the one at the end, and even the really rich guy at the far end, who could probably throw an extra 20 grand at his car and make it even faster, but he can't because it's a regulated event. And so we're all here, level playing field, with the full support of Bowler, being able to go out and race the UK Rally Series. So it's been going really well for me. It turns out that motorcycling definitely gives you a bit of an, not an advantage, but a massive foundation that helps you with 4 wheels. Things like the fact that on a motorcycle, reading the terrain is your life. Like if you hit that rock wrong or fall in the rut or hit something badly, you're a vulnerable little body and you're going to feel about it really badly. Like it's going to hurt. And so reading the terrain in a car, I've got a huge advantage because I know how to read the terrain. And on a motorbike, you've got to find the traction, feel that braking power, and it all kind of translates over to a car. So it's massively been helping me. My last round at the Scottish Hill Rally, I was actually 10th overall in the rally and first in the bowler class going into the second day of the rally. Absolutely felt incredible. I might have then had a little bit of a boo-boo where possibly we had a little lie down on our side. The footage is hilarious. It's basically one like beep, 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 because I got a bit, you know, I was on the side in a car, but you can check that video out as well. So the journey I'm going through is pretty exciting. Now, I've had a lot of people asking me, what about the motorbikes? You can't leave the motorbikes. I am not leaving the motorbikes. There is room in my life for both. I've got a very big race coming up in January. There will be a video telling you about that as well. And the motorbikes aren't going anywhere. Like, I'm off to Bosnia shortly for a rally. I'm obsessed with 2 wheels, but I also like 4 wheels. And linking back to my background and the fact that I live and manage chronic pain on a daily basis, I only have so much mental strength to be able to push through the pain that I live with, and when I race on a motorcycle, my pain is definitely worsened. I cannot race without painkillers. I have to do a lot of pain management, and there's a lot of mental strength that enables me to do that. And I'm fine with that, but I also know that I can only push that for so long, and I need to be realistic about the fact that this is my home for the rest of my life. And the cars give me an exciting, different next chapter that I can look towards in my future of racing and rallying. So at the moment I'm doing the UK Rally Series, which is the year 1 experience that Bowler offer. Year 2 is going off and doing some of the European rounds, which is France, Spain, Iceland, and then you've got the potential opportunity of year 3 where hoping there is going to be some sand. Now, given my background, having done a lot of sand rallies, I'm really hoping that I might be able to accelerate some of my car journey and see where things go. So I think 2024 is going to be an exciting year, and I just want to reassure you that cars and bikes, there's room in a garage for both. Like, N+1 works for cars as it does for motorbikes. So that is a little bit of a story as to how I've ended up sat here in a Land Rover Bowler Defender rally car. I have a lot more to learn, and it's a very exciting journey and opportunity. And let me know in the comments if you've got any questions, any thoughts. Have you ever done rallying? Are you into motorbikes? Do you prefer one or the other? Do you also believe that N+1 works for both? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Tick that bell so you get notifications of future videos. And if you haven't seen the video of me possibly putting Big Boy on his side, I do recommend it. It's quite entertaining, although I probably shouldn't be telling everybody that I rolled my car, but I'm kind of proud of it because from those mess ups you learn a lot. Anyway, I'm Vanessa Ruck, the girl on a bike, the girl in a bowler. Woo! I'm gonna go race.